Man, oh man, bro. What a win for UNC against Duke. First 5-0 start since 1994. Hey, I can't wait to write about these games. Again, go to SI on Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets on SI, man. It's going to be incredible. I got some key players I'm going to point out. What Georgia Tech needs to do in this one, man. I have my 5 key takeaways. As you guys know, Duke, Georgia Tech is going to be on ACC network prime time, man, 8 p.m. next week, man. So I will be at the game covering it. So y'all have questions, let me know. But we're going to react, talk about this game a little bit. All right, first off, man, shout out to the offense coming back. They were down 20-0 in this game. There's no way, bro. I'm gonna be for real. There's no way they should have came back. But they kept fighting, kept going, right? Malik Murphy didn't even have his best games, 15-34. That is not a good stat line, right? But took care of the football, had a touchdown. But the key man, and I'm gonna point him out in obviously my article that comes out this week, Star Thomas. You talk about a dude. They were down 20-0 in the third quarter. He has a 29-yard touchdown reception that kind of gets them going. Okay, it's 27. We good. Only a two-score game. We back in it. Defense continues to get stops. They create pressure on Crimswell, right? They make it big plays, getting the ball back to the offense. And then just his ability to take on the big hits and bounce off them and make big gains in the receiving game and also in the running game was pivotal. You can almost make the argument he single-handedly won them this game. That's how special Star Thomas was this one. So Georgia Tech fans, hey, got your work cut out, man. You're going to have to stop the run because you see he ran for 166 yards and a touchdown, 5.5 yards a carry. Special. And they got a good two-back system. Peyton Jones was also impressive. Limited touches, 6 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. So they're going to want to run the football, right? And Georgia Tech lately has been doing a really good job of protecting up against the run, right? Not allowing a lot of yards per carry, stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be imperative they slow them two down. Because Star Thomas, get the ball to him in the open field. Good luck. So, yeah, man, like I said, in the receiving game, shout out to Jordan Moore, 4 catches, 80 yards. Star Thomas had that big third down reception, man. They kept the drive alive, kept it going. It got them into the red zone. So they don't necessarily have the elite playmakers, in my humble opinion, like as we faced against Louisville, Syracuse earlier this year, but you cannot sleep. It's going to be imperative Georgia Tech tackles well and wraps up in their game coming up against Duke. But like I said, Duke 5-0 for the first time since 1994. An incredible comeback, both sides of the ball. And I thought in the second half, as Coach Manny Diaz alluded to, the offensive line and defensive lines dominated this game, right? Now, obviously, they had their stats, but they was getting back there with pressure. Offensively, they was running the rock, and they was able to let Malik Murphy hit his receivers in stride, find them tight windows, and be able to move the ball. They moved the ball so much in the second half and just did not quit in this one. And then if you're UNC and your head coach, Mac Brown, you got to be sick, right? He's already threatened to potentially leave at the end of the season, right? And you dominate this game. You're up 20-0, right? And it's the same thing I say with, obviously, Auburn. Just get a ball to Jarquez Hunter. Nah, they basically did that. Their best player is Omarion Hampton. They gave him 29 carries. Can't really run them no more than that, right? 103 yards, only 3.6 per carry. To be honest with y'all, you can't really do much more than that in that situation. But you need your receivers to win, And I'll say J.J. Jones, number 5, was cooking out there, man. 5 catches, 89 yards. He was a tough cover for that Duke defense, but they were wrapping up well. The open field attack in the second half was so much better for Duke in this game and was one of obviously the big differences in the pressure. Like I said, the sacks they had against Jacoby Crimswell. Man, I tell you, boy. And the crazy stats, too, to think about with this game, they had time of possession by nearly more than 10 minutes. UNC did 34-25. And then they also was better on third down. Not that much better, but 2 for 14 on third down for Duke. That's a game you have to win, man. You know what I'm saying? You just have to. So I know Mac Brown and the Tar Heel Nation is kind of sick. Tar Heels was expected to have at least a decent year this year in the ACC. But, man, it's a surprise teams coming out, man. Miami showing they a true contender now. Obviously, I know some controversy at the end of that game in their win, obviously, against Virginia Tech. But, they showing that they're a contender. Clemson is as well. And then you can't sleep on Duke, man. So Tech going to have their work cut out, man. But an incredible comeback win. I think they were like 1-72 all time, trailing by 20 points. And they came back and won. So now they're 2-72. Shout out to Manny Diaz. Shout out to the defense. Incredible comeback win, man. A great ACC battle. And just showed you, man, when you battle adversity and you face it, keep going, keep grinding, keep going through it, man. And you never know if you come out on top, man. So shout out Malik Murphy, Star Thomas, and that one as well. Peyton Jones, man, they were balling. An incredible comeback win on both sides of the ball. Can't wait to see, man, next week's game, Duke versus Georgia Tech and UNC versus Georgia Tech that following week as well. So that's why I paid a close attention to this one because, like I said, Georgia Tech is going to play both of these teams. So I have I have intel now on what they kind of like to do. Like Amari Hampton is going to be kind of the lead runner. Star Thomas, lead runner for Duke. So they're going to have to try to stop the run and just be disciplined on those deep shots down the field and wrap up. And then it's the Tech offense got to make sure to get out to a good start. Those are going to be the keys, I think, in beating both of these teams. I have more breakdowns and things like that as the games kind of come up. But that is my thoughts, man. Shout out to Duke. Big win for them at home. I know Duke Nation is happy, man. So big win in this rivalry matchup between two pretty good teams.